So in Chucky Season 3, what's the future of Glen, Glenda, or Gigi, Tiffany, and Nika? Let's talk about it. Let's start with Glen and Glenda or Gigi. So the last time Gigi is seen is when Tiffany and them are talking in an apartment or hotel / motel room, and as they're talking, Gigi says they want to travel and choose England. Tiffany offers to drive them to the post office and likely ship them to England. So if Gigi is present in Chucky Season 3, and I'm sure they will be, considering that Damian Steve says he loved working with Lachlan Watson and Billy Boyd, as anyone would, and they both did amazing and awesome and just were really cool in Chucky Season 2. Also, on that note, I've thought, theorized, and researched and questioned if we'll see Lachlan or, Billy Boyd again, and questioned if we'll see Lachlan or Billy Boyd. I've seen theories on Gigi voodooing another Lachlan Watson lookalike, kind of like Tiffany and Jennifer Tilly, although I feel Gigi is too nice to do that, so who knows with that one. Maybe they'll find a way back to their old bodies. I don't know. Those are the only two things I can think of theory-wise in Chucky Season 3. In Season 3, if they are in it, I don't feel they'll make it to England. I say this because I doubt they'd have Gigi in England and everyone else in the USA or in the States or in New Jersey. It wouldn't make any sense to me or make sense to me or any sense to me. And I doubt they'd move the whole cast or series to England. So they likely won't make it to England, and in that case, we'll choose to stay or we'll get sabotaged by Chucky or someone else or by someone. Although Nika says she's talked to them likely over the phone, so maybe they did travel to England successfully and we'll make or we'll maybe return sometime in Season 3, without being sabotaged, and we'll make it to England and we'll travel successfully and will likely just return by their own will, or will return themselves. Obviously, there will be conflict if Gigi returns, since as said by Dom Mancini, next in Tiffany and or Nika and Tiffany's story, and even said by Nika in Season 2, Episode 8, Chucky actually, the Season 2 or Chucky Season 2 finale, Nika is coming for Tiffany, will kill and torture her, obviously torture first or whatever order she prefers, and there will be some war between the two. Although Nika will likely or maybe or will 100% likely or just definitely be on the offensive this time, since he wants revenge or justice so badly on Tiffany, which couldn't badly for her, but I'd love to imagine her pain is over for now. And Tiffany will have to see what Chucky did to her in or after Chucky Season 2 Episode 8 Chucky, actually, when Chucky reveals the drag and all of that, and he was actually playing as the Belle doll or Tiffany bride doll, and wipes all the makeup off and goes to stab Tiffany, and we'll have to see how that turns out in Chucky Season 3. Although we'll have to see, since Don Mancini has said or always said he would would want to keep Jennifer Tilly, Tiffany's physical self in this series, so we'll see. So on topic again, if Gigi returns, there will likely be some conflict, because Glen and Glenda or Gigi both wanted to protect Tiffany, their mother, when Nika was going to shoot her. So it shows they care about Tiffany, but they also like Nika, since Nika says she talked to them in Chucky Season 2 Episode 8 near the end. So Nika will want to kill Tiffany, but because Gigi likes them both, Tiffany and Nika, let's just say there will be a lot of conflict there. Also, Gigi somehow doesn't get taken or their travel plans to England sabotaged, then I feel they'll come back to the US, since I just can't see the Nika / Tiffany conflict going on without them, since I mainly see Tiffany and Nika's story, and now I feel like Glenda is just another piece of the puzzle that you can't take out of it, since it just feels Gigi or Glen and Glenda are just so ingrained into that story now. It'll just be very complicated or complicating, with how it all how it'll go down. It's a storyline I'm just very interested in, and to see how it all fall into place, a nice, very bloody and messy puzzle. Although I'm very interested to see also just see how the Nika and Tiffany stuff will go and start. The last we saw Nika and Tiffany, they seem to be in some sort of city. I feel confident they won't stay there, although Scream 6 is heading to the city, aka New York, so why not Chucky too? Chucky takes Manhattan, Chucky takes New York, Chucky takes the city. I don't know, anything's fine at this point. But I just feel they won't remain there. So I'm interested to see how, like, you know, just how all of that will go. Because obviously Nika will be, like, you know, following Tiffany place to place to obviously capture, torture, and kill her. And obviously Gigi, Glen, and Glenda, if they're in season 3, and like, you know, if they're involved in that story, which I feel they will obviously have to swoop in and kind of get involved somehow. Nika will have to kidnap Tiffany, maybe torture her, etc. Maybe they'll return to Hackensack or New Jersey, or maybe they'll travel New Jersey. And I mean, all of the characters, who knows? I just can't wait to see how that'll all go. As I said, a nice, smart, very bloody and messy puzzle. Also, to kind of go off script a little bit, it does make me wonder how, like, you know, Tiffany will ever meet her end. And, like, you know, with Nika, like, obviously at the end of the day, Gigi and Glenda love Nika. They love Tiffany. And I know I mentioned this earlier about how there's conflict, or how there will be conflict between Gigi and, like, you know, Glen and Glenda and Nika and Tiffany, of how, like, you know, Gigi doesn't want Nika to kill Tiffany because obviously they love them as their mother, but also they love Nika, that they won't, like, kill Nika. So it does make me wonder how that conflict will go into the very future. Like, obviously, Nika will always want to kill Tiffany, but Gigi won't want that. But Gigi also won't stop Nika because they also like Nika. So it's just kind of weird how that'll all go in the future. Like, you know, will Gigi eventually have to kill Nika? Because obviously, like, you know, Nika will never stop hunting Tiffany. Or will, like, you know, Gigi eventually just accept fate and how their mother just, all the horrible shit she's done, Tiffany's done. And will they eventually just kill her, Tiffany? So, as I said, complicated, complex. So that's all I want to talk about in the video. What are your thoughts? In Chucky Season 3, do you think Gigi, Glen, and Glenda will come back and rejoin? If so, do you think we'll see Billy Boyd or Lachlan Watson? I guess we'll technically see Billy, like, you know, Boyd first. But if we see Lachlan, like, you know, Watson as, like, you know, Gigi, Glen, and Glenda, how do you think they'll get their human bodies back? Lookalikes or old bodies? Also, how do you think or feel the Nika versus Tiffany conflict will go? Lastly, but certainly not least, do you feel Gigi will play a part in that conflict, and how do you think that'll go? As per usual, all sources will be linked down below. Thanks for watching, and peace, my amigos, and peace out.